B3 Bass, Basketball, and Bible. And as you saw in the clip before, that is the topic we are talking about today. Satanic worship right in front of our face. It's right there. They're not hiding it anymore. And we as Christians have to take a stand for this, that this cannot happen no longer. That the satanic worship that is happening right in front of our face, we can't allow it. We have to stand up for Christ. Like, let's say if this is like your mom, somebody's talking about your mother like this. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to defend her, right? Making a total mockery of her right in front of your face. You're going to defend her. And that's what we as Christians should do. And it's good to see that some are doing it. Some are taking a stand for Christ. And here is one example.
But I did see this video that I found very interesting. This lady's named Siobhan Smith.
The world does what the world does. The Christians are supposed to be the light of the world. We, Christians, should never be on a stage, never be a part of a movement, not be joined and aligned with an agenda that is pushing an agenda that is anti-Christ.
Yes.
I just watched this last, what is it called? A performance. The song is called Unholy. The whole Grammy thing is unholy.
Yes.
And again, there has to be a separation. There has to be a divide. There has to be a stance. Let the world do what the world does. Let the musicians do what they're going to do. But Christians, those that name the name of Christ, there cannot be a compromise. There cannot be a blend in. There has to be a stance. There has to be a standard.
Yes.
And there is no standard that I see from us.
Awesome. That is a lady named Siobhan Smith, all right? And I saw that, and I was like, man, that's kind of solid, you know?
Yeah, and it is. You know, like literally what she's saying, we have to be a light, and there has to be a standard that we have to set as Christians, that we need to stick up for Christ. Like we just can't be a part of this. We can't let this go on. Like at a concert too, and just totally going against our religion. And like I said, they're just totally going against our religion. And I think, that means something. That the power of Christ is real. There's a reason why they're only attacking Christianity and that they're not attacking other religions. Like one I can name is Muslims. They're not attacking them, they're attacking Christianity. So the power of Christ is real. They know it's real. But we have to know how real and powerful this thing that Christ is. So, with that being said, I know you're like, oh, he's a kid. He's only 17. What is he gonna know? But I also, have another person that is talking about this, which is great to hear because he has a place of status, he comes from a place of power, and he is coming against what is being shown on, what's being televised. This attack against Christianity. He's coming against it. And he's one of the people, as you know, I play bass, and that I want to play for, and it's just great to hear from him. So if you're seeing this, Ty Delaney, hit me up. So, yeah. Let's get back to being serious. Here is the clip.
I don't really think they really want us there in the first place on certain platforms, right? With that being said, I feel like the church, we fight so hard to be on these platforms that we feel like are major. We fight tooth and nail. We think that we have made it when they call our name on certain platforms. And I mean, like, and will shade all of the other Christian platforms, like shade them like crazy. Like, you ain't made it until you've been nominated for this said award, or that you win this said award. You ain't made it, right? And that's my issue, because these awards are just mere man-made celebrations that people fight and break their neck to try to get one of them, and it really don't even mean nothing.
Well, that was great to hear from Todd Delaney. And there's a point that he said that I want to emphasize on, and that is how Christian artists in particular, they will break their back and they will bend over backwards just to get that title, just to get that accolade, just to be in the Grammys, because they think that means something when it really doesn't. Like, all this stuff is temporary. And like my pastor Jason says, that our home isn't here. That's what we have to remember. Our home isn't here. Our home is in heaven. And that Christ has our salvation, and our being a good Christian doesn't mean doing good stuff. It's growing in Christ. Of course, that'll come along with it, but it's growing in Christ and growing in the love of Christ. And that's what you heard what I have to say. You heard what he had to say, but let's hear what God has to say. So let's go to, gosh, my eyes messing with me. Let's go to Mark chapter 8, verse 34 through 38. And calling the crowd to him with his disciples, he said to them, "If anyone will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? For what can a man give in return for his soul? For whoever is ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him will the Son of Man also be ashamed when he comes into the glory of his Father and with the holy angels." There it is. It's clearly saying that we have to be set apart from the world. We can be in the world, but not of it. And from what I've just seen, they were being of the world. So this is Zaire signing out. Remember the 3 B's: bass, basketball, and Bible. But most importantly, the Bible. Peace.